What's up everyone, it's Kamakazi here today, and today I wanted to go over top 5 Leech builds. Now the Leech is a robot that was just released on the test server just a little while ago, so I wanted to show you guys some amazing builds for it when it does come out to the live server, so that you can utilize it effectively in battle. Please take a moment, go down, like and subscribe, and enjoy everyone. Now at number 5 we have the Corona. The Corona is something that to me was always... I thought it was going to be much higher up on this list, really and truly. It's the ultimate build with lockdown, energy, and then of course, and just an insane amount of damage potential. Now, I was actually surprised by how much damage it just didn't do. So I put it all the way down into fifth step on this list. Now, it is still a very great build, but I think the issue with it was just that, there wasn't enough speed. With the Corona, you have to get right into the enemy's faces as fast as possible. And this Leech only goes 60 kilometers per hour, and even in its ability, its speed stays the same. So, it's a good build, definitely, but I had some trouble actually getting damage with it, and that kind of sucks, it just kind of sucked. But, hey, you know what, it still is a pretty decent build, and I just found that, in terms of lockdown, it's pretty hard to stop it with a lockdown, because the lockdown, man, four Coronas, guys, and this is just level 8. This is on the test server, and you're seeing just how much damage we're getting here. It is an absolutely insane amount of damage. But of course, you have to get up in their face, and that's hard with such a I don't want to say slow bot, but just a not very fast bot. Even with a Spectre, I noticed the Spectre would get more damage than the Corona, because the Spectre, it has this ability where it can jump and everything. I feel like I'm I don't know, just kind of insulting this build, but it still is a very good build. Still is a very good build, definitely. Alright, guys. Next up on our list, we have... Can I get a drum roll, please? The SCROUGE ECU, everyone. Oh my goodness. This is an underdog build, I guess. It's a build that no one really expected for it to be on this list, but oh my goodness. It is like a hyped-up Bulgasauri, I guess. With, with the ECU, you are losing some firepower. A pretty decent amount, but what you get from it is pretty nice, because the Leech overall, when not in its ability, it does not have health. It doesn't really have that hit points that everyone so much desires, because in its ability, it has 90% resistance, which is just crazy. It's crazy resistance. There's no point in even hitting it to a certain extent, because then all that damage is going to get redirected, and then you're hardly doing any damage in the first place. So, but when you're not in the ability, there's just not that much health. It's a really weak kind of build. It's a glass cannon. This is a glass cannon bot. So you're going to want some sort of protection, and that is the ECU, along with the SCROUGE. Now, why did I choose the SCROUGE with an ECU? Because the SCROUGE has this thing where you can press the button all the way at the bottom. I didn't have the lock on the targets activated, because this was on the test server, and I forgot to do that. But basically, if you lock onto a target, you can turn around a lot more, and a lot of their shots will actually hit the ECU rather than hitting you, so you'll take a lot less damage, and even no damage if you're good enough at it. But it can backfire on you sometimes if you're going up against situations where there's 2 and 3 players on the battlefield, coming after you. You're going to want to bop. You are going to want to get as far away from that situation as possible. But in one-on-one encounters, this thing was really good. Now, as you'll see in this gameplay, I tried to kind of single out my opponents a little bit. Even in these massive group tactic situations, you really want to go one-on-one with this one. You cannot go wrong with one-on-one, because if you go with this bot with a 2-on-1, you're gonna get screwed, because the one, they're not always going to be coming at you straight at the ECU. There's going to be one over there that's going to be hitting you, and when you're not in an ability, well, that's not good. Now, what are the disadvantages of this robot? Well, the disadvantage is that when in its ability, the ECU doesn't take 90% decreased damage. So, the ECU can be pretty weak in those situations, but all you have to do is move it away from the person that's aiming at you. So, just look straight at them, and your ECU should be fine until you actually need to use it next time. So, there we go. We're locking onto this Aljun right here. Boom, 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 boom. And look at that. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. That is a lot of damage. The PULSAR, alright, guys. Next up, we have a medium range build. It's so underrated. It is such an underrated weapon. And I mean, sometimes I can see why, in like these clan tactic situations the Pulsar doesn't really seem like a very pleasing build, but, you know, it can do some damage. Now, I'm so used to brawling because my entire personal account, my entire hangar is just full brawl robots. I don't give a crap about, like, long range. But for all you guys that like to kind of, I don't want to say, like, camp, but, yeah, kind of camp around, get some damage, this build, it can do that. It can do that. And it's like an upgraded Spectre. We have to understand that. The Spectre, sadly, is completely out of meta, and this could be the next medium weapon build meta. I don't know what you want to call it. So, yeah. Yeah, we could see this be a pretty powerful build. Now, the lockdown power on this thing, as I said with the Corona, is just absolutely crazy. If you have 4 lockdown weapons, buddy, that lockdown percentage is super, super nice. Especially, you know, if you're upgrading this thing, if you're upgrading the Pulsars to level 12, because remember, guys, every single time you upgrade, like, a Pulsar or something, you get, like, 1% extra damage, or 1% extra lockdown chance per reload. So, if you're having, like, 4 of these level 12 or so, like, probably you're going to be unloading half the silo, probably, and chances are you're going to get a lockdown out of it. So, that's going to be pretty nice. And it's just crazy. It is honestly just crazy. And I'm even, like, you see me, like, kind of brawling with this, and it's just how I roll. I don't know, it's a habit of mine that I just try and get up in people's faces. I'm just kind of that, I don't know, aggressive player on the battlefield, so I play like a noob here, because I'm just full out charging this guy, and I'm gonna die. But anyway, our next build, number 2, the Vortex. Oh my goodness, guys. This is probably a fan favorite of everyone. Everyone, for some reason, loves the Vortex. And, I mean, I can see why. It's just a fun build kind of to play around with, get a lot of damage. Those one-hit kills are just, the aesthetic quality of it is just amazing. Now, the Vortex recently has just kind of lost its power, I guess. A lot of people aren't using it, mostly because, sadly, the last stand gets in the way of those one-shot kills, those very satisfying one-shot kills. And so we don't see it too much. But with this build, you know, you just have a lot of power at your fingertips, and I could see the Vortex possibly coming back for a second round of being amazing. So the four Vortexes here, you know, it just does a lot of damage. And then once you activate that ability, the redirected damage is also pretty crazy, and you know, combined with its pretty decent amount of speed and also that 90% resistance, you can do some pretty nice stuff. Now, I do recommend phase shift on this thing because it got me out of a couple of sticky situations here. Now, I know not a lot of us have that, like, amount of power cells. I don't personally use the phase shift on the live server because I don't want to waste a ton of power cells. But if you guys do have that kind of ability, if you guys have that enough power cells, definitely go for a phase shift with this thing. Because once you activate that ability, that 10 seconds ability, as soon as that ability goes away, you're going to want to run away. And the phase shift is just the way to do that. Just the way. Also, reloading and stuff like that, you know, you're not wasting precious ammo and time and stuff like that. So, the phase shift is perfect for you if you're using this build. Now, as you can see, I am a little bit of a noob with this because I'm not used to running the Vortex, guys. I don't run it. I don't have the Vortex in my beacon, not my beacon rush. My, not my battle rush. I don't have a battle rush account. I'm trying to remember what we call it. Personal account. I don't have it on my personal account. I did have a Griffin Vortex Aphids back in the lower leagues, but I don't have that anymore. So, rip in the chat. But this thing, yeah, you can just see the amount of damage it's doing. 4 Vortex is really and truly, it's a monster. And considering the Spectre is gone, the 4 medium weapon slot meta, I guess, is going to be this Vortex Spectre. It's going to be very, very nice. So prepare to see, instead of, you know, the Vortex Spectre, prepare to see Vortex Leech. Interesting. Very interesting. I can't wait to see one of these full MK2 Leeches with the full MK2 Vortexes and stuff just wrecking everyone in the video. I'd love to see that. It's one of those videos, you know, where you're just like chilling, you're watching that and you're just like, oh my god, that is so satisfying. So satisfying. We're gonna push on here. This Aljum, I survived for so long with this thing, and that's the crazy part, because I just kind of, I mean, I'm not used to camping or anything, but I do have to admit, I kind of camped out back here, and I was like, alright, I'm going to get some kills. This guy wasn't even focusing on me, so I just used the phase shift, and so, boom. I make some dumb moves, okay? but I'm not used to, like, using some of these things, like the phase shift and stuff, because I just don't use it. I just really don't use it, other than sometimes on the test server. Oh, my goodness. So right now, we're running with 3 vortexes, now 2. Oh, and we died. Next one. Ah, yes, the igniter, guys. This is the number 1, the best build that I have found in this game so far, because I got so much with this thing. It was unbelievable. Now, this is a very short clip. This is the final clip, guys, so take a moment, like and subscribe. Please, it helps me out a lot. But anyways, let's get into it. So I run around here, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. I'm corner shooting and stuff, and boom, 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 boom. We got a kill right there. Boom. We're walking around, and this thing also has the speed stuff on it, the speed pilots. So you know we got the we got the speed right there, and then we're walking around, and just the igniter's firepower is insane. Now this is a super brawler because you do not want to get far away because it's really hard to aim, especially with its slow projectile speed. So just keep that in mind. Make them come to you. See, I got up close. I made them get up close, and then boom. But he had a leech ability, which I didn't know. So I'm going to bop away now because, well, he has Leech and he has Storms. So we got to make sure. So obviously, I don't want to go up against the Storm Leech. It's never going to happen good for me. But we have a Fury right there just ready. And look at that damage. Look at that. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. And then we just have a bunch of other campers back there. And I was just trying, because he went and he got the beacon. But I was just going for damage at this point. And, I just didn't really care that he got the beacon. It's the test server. No one cares about getting beacons. Boom, 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 boom. And he's dead. Oh, yeah. You know it. Boom. And we died. Oh, no. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day. Remember, like and subscribe. I'm going to see you next time. Have a great day, everyone. See ya.